Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today I have a replay. I have a quick intro here. I just noticed that on the European server, the M56 Scorpion is on sale. Well, if you can call this a sale, I'm not entirely sure. Scorpion is a Tier 8 TD. American TD, the only one in the game as far as I know, if you don't count the TD that's in the mission thingamajiggy, the T28 concept heavy thingamajiggy, if you don't count that one. So this is the only actual premium tank that you can buy. So if you really like your American premiums, then premiums, TDs, then you might want to get this premium, but it is quite a price, but you do get some gold for it. That's actually enough gold, I do believe, to get the AT15A, the British Tier 7 TD. So, yeah, if you want to get 2 TDs for the price of one, well, a steep price of one and 30 days of premium, this might be the tank for you. Let's take a quick look at the stats here before we jump into today's replay. And here we are. So, Tier 8, now I'm not 100% sure if these are still 100% accurate. I had these stats from a while back, so they may have tweaked it in the meantime. I don't think so, but yeah, they may have tweaked it. So, anyways, armor, none. Yeah, you're seeing that correctly. 1mm all around. This thing has literally no armor. This is the least armored tank in the game. Yep. Only has a crew of 4. 400 meters view range, though. It's a completely open, well, it's not even an open top. It's just an open vehicle. It has no top. Signal range is a bit low, though, especially for a Tier 8. So that's a bit problematic. HP is low as well, so this thing is a glass cannon. There's no other way to put it. This thing literally is the definition of a glass cannon. No armor whatsoever. Low hit point count here, so yeah, this thing is a glass cannon. But forward speed is pretty good. Reverse speed is actually not bad. 12 kilometers. Yeah, it's pretty average, really. Average is 11, but there's a couple of slow ones there, so 12 is not bad, not fantastic. Power to weight ratio of 28 is fantastic for a TD. This thing is a little speed demon. Track reverse of 40, also fantastic. I mean, compared to the average 29, yeah, but this is why. The thing weighs absolutely nothing. I think this thing might actually be lighter than the ELC. Yeah. I think the ELC is 8 tons or something, isn't it? I'll have to take a look in a second here. Let's get through this. Elevation 15 degrees, depression 10 degrees, fantastic. Turret reverse none. It doesn't have a turret, so at least I don't think it does. Does it? I don't know. That might be. I'm not sure if it has a turret or not. I'll have to look at it. I think it does. Anyways, rate of fire 8 rounds a minute, which is pretty good. Reload time of 7.5 seconds. Fantastic accuracy there. And pretty good gun. 240 damage, 219 pen. That's pretty damn good. Nothing bad there. Not as high as the average for the tier, but yeah. What are you going to do? And look at that aim time. 1.92 seconds. Fantastic. DPM not being overwhelmingly high, but you do have the great accuracy and the great rate of fire and the great aim time, so you get to, how do I put it, DPM is not everything. I still need to come up with a formula at some point here to really calculate what this thing more realistically will do in a minute for damage. DPM is very theoretical if you have a stationary target, if you pen every single shot. So I still need to come up with some sort of formula that calculates the penetration plus the damage plus your rate of fire plus your accuracy plus your aim time, and then come up with some sort of number, but that's going to be a very complicated formula. So the thing is with this kind of gun is that you can just get those shots out really quick and run away before you get shot back, where with other bigger guns you have to sit there and wait for that aim circle, wait for that aim, and then miss. So DPM is nice, but it really doesn't tell the whole story. Like, if you miss one shot with a bigger damage gun, then your DPM goes down drastically. Like, if you have a 400 damage gun and you miss one shot a minute, just one, then your DPM is already almost equal, just by missing one shot. So DPM doesn't say everything. Anyways, yeah, that was it. I just want to show you guys the M56 Scorpion. If you are interested in buying it, then by all means. If you're not, then, oh yes, it does have a turret. So I'm not quite sure why the turret reverse isn't filled out. I guess it wasn't known back then when I filled this thing out, which was a little bit ago, so that's probably why. So if you're looking for a American TD, and you don't want to do the missions, or you already have done the missions and you have the T28 concept heavy tank thingamajiggy, I forget what that thing is called. Let's take a quick look here at tank compare, shall we? USA, the destroyer. We have the T28 concept, and we have the destroyer M56 Scorpion. So, Scorpion, of course, being a tier 8, is a tier higher. Armor is just insanely different. This one does not have a turret, though. Crew layout seems to be the same. Better view range, worse signal range, a lot better HP, but it's a tier higher, so that's normal. Less fire chance, which is good. Speed, mobility, much better, but 70-ton tank, 7-ton tank. You can't really compare that. Elevation is the same. Depression is pretty bad on this thing, fantastic on that thing. Turret reverse, I'm not quite sure. This should have a number. I don't know why it's not filled out. Rate of fire, only 6 versus 8. Accuracy is much worse, but this is more of a brawler, kind of in your face. DPM is the same. I got a question about this recently, and I've told this many times, but the reason DPM is the same is because I calculate the actual damage you can do in a minute. So if we look at the reload time, rate of fire, you'll see that these are rounded. You don't see like the rate of fire is 8.45 because you're talking about rounds per minute. You can't fire 0.45 rounds a minute because after those 8 rounds you're going to be reloading till the minute is over and then slightly past it and then fire. So I subtract that and give you the actual damage per minute. So that's why these are sometimes the same, because 0.45, like this one will probably have a higher DPM because it's a higher rate of fire, but it's in real life, you know, in practical, if you put the two tanks next to each other and just fire for 1 minute, and let's say for argument's sake you pen every single round, they're going to do the same damage because that 0.45 is not going to count because it goes over into the next minute. So that's why sometimes the DPM is the same even though the reload or the rate of fire is different. Hopefully you got that. Okay, whew, that was all talking. Now let's get on to our replay today. And here we are with our replay. This is a 9.3 replay as we almost get shot by our teammate in the face. He probably just clicked into the game. Anyways, we have Sarah 11 here. Just gonna call you Sarah, I guess. Sarah? So, in the fastest tank in the game. Holy crap, I can barely contain myself. We're going so quick. It might take a while before we actually get somewhere. Anyways, while we're driving out there, I, of course, am not paid by Wargaming to tell you about that Scorpion, but Wargaming, if you're listening, if you could get me my Scorpion before the end of the week, that would be fantastic, thanks. No, I am not paid by Wargaming or anything to say anything good about this game, but if they want to pay me, then you know where to find me. No, I just got an email from them stating that the Scorpion was available for only like 1 or 2 days or something, and if you want to get it, you have to be quick, blah blah blah. So they're basically just putting a time limit on you to scare you into buying it. So if you weren't planning on getting it, if you don't really need it, yeah, I don't know how well it's gonna be, how well it's gonna play. He's just playing around here. I guess he's bored. Anywho, looking at that ass. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not an ass. That's an ass. So, there's already 3 tanks dead on our team. The enemy team has 1 dead, and we haven't even seen anybody yet. I don't know how you play this thing. I mean, seriously. Yeah. Everything is dead before you get there. My god. Oh, are we gonna see some action? T-150 was spotted over here before. No, we couldn't quite see him. Well, We're not really doing a drive-by here. Just a casual stroll by maybe, but... Oh, targets, targets! Yeah!
Enemy armor is hit.
KV-1S. Bounced. Not sure if he bounced the T150 or the KV-1S. Wait, is that still the... No, that's a T5. Okay, wasn't sure if that was the pre-nerf KV-1S or not. This is a 9.3 replay. Where's that KV-1S? Oh, behind us are getting wrecked. Oh, and we finish him off. Bad little light tank, bad. Put him down. So we're gonna get outflanked here very soon. So yeah, time to hide that ass. We have like no backup here whatsoever. This is pretty bad. T67, with a bit of luck, we can finish him off in one shell. Yes, good. Much needed a kill there. KV1. Oh, he is firing HE. He's using a derp gun. Really? We're getting so unlucky with our shots here. Put one in. We should be able to just out DPM this thing by far. Oh, getting wrecked. Some HE shells going in there. Come on, just one more and we'll finish off the T150. Come on, one more pen. Come on, thank you. Now, if we can just get the KV-1 to hit our tracks, that would be fantastic. Oh shit, tanks behind us. Shit, we can't really back up. Oh, he fired. Put one into our tracks. Time to go forward. Means it's gonna be reloading for a while. Now it's time to just DPM him. And that. Oh, that sucked. That's what you need to do in this tank. You need to just DPM the crap out of people. You have the rate of fire and decent for its tier penetration to actually be able to take him out. Yeah, gun mantlet. More than likely not gonna pen. That actually went through. Surprised. And if he wasn't shooting HE, he would have wrecked us by now. So, time to go around. He fired, so he's not gonna reload before we can shoot two into him. And we finish him off. Just in time to turn around. The CKV-1 is behind us, who's apparently ignoring us. Fantastic. Re-engage, put a shot into his ass. And that's what a lot of people just seem to forget about this tank. Like, this tank has a pretty damn good rate of fire with a pretty decent gun, really. So we just survived this. We got 4 kills, and this was a 4-minute game. Didn't feel like it, but oh, we could have gotten a shot there, but let's take a look at the stats. And here we are with the stats. Mastery Badge First Class. We got a Fighter, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Bruiser, Steel Wall, and a High Caliber. And that's where people often make the mistake with a Tog. It's big, it doesn't really have armor, you know, it's a lumbering beast, but they kind of forget that that rate of fire. Let's take a look here at the detail report. We fired 24, hit 21, penned 18. This thing has a pretty insane rate of fire, and people just forget that. They think, you know, it's a big tank, I can pen it, I can outgun it. No, you can't. Unless you shoot and you hide and you don't peek until you can shoot again, and you do more damage than a Tog with all of those shots, then you have a chance. If he's gonna shoot you, a Tog, shoot you twice for every 1 shot you put into him, or 3 times even, you're just gonna lose. He's gonna out DPM the crap out of you. And that's what happened here. It was a really quick game, but we did over 2,000 damage already in that very, very short game. Walked away with 28k profit. It's only a tier 6, so it really doesn't make that much profit, and walked away with a grand total of 1,800 experience. So yeah, that is a Tog. Now, because this replay was so short, we're gonna take a look at another replay to really have some hopefully entertaining value today. Let's take a look at our next replay. And here we are with our second replay. Now, this, by the way, is Madman 12, and this is a tough matchmaking. I mean, they have an Object 704, an IS-6, KV-4, KV-5, and a T-34, all heavies or heavily armored. We have a Centurion, Indian Panzer, STA-2. None of those are armored. Rheinmetall, Borsig, Waffenträger. No armor whatsoever. So, often, I'm not going to say always, but often, the team with more heavies and more armor is gonna win. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. I have not seen it, so I have no bloody clue, but I have seen, well, it's like something I've noticed. Like, whenever the enemy team gets more heavies than my team, 9 times out of 10 they will win. Just for the sheer fact that they can push flanks. They have more hit points in those tanks. They have more armor, so they can take more shells without losing armor. Without losing health. And they can just push, and if you have a squishy medium that has good DPM, it doesn't matter. They'll just push into you, they'll all kill you, and you'll be dead and they'll still be alive. So, yeah, it's something that I find really annoying in Matchmaker, where sometimes it's just such a one-sided game where they get more heavies, and that's pretty much almost an auto win for them. Now, we got a Panther 2 there, wasting a shell. I get why he's doing it, but it sucks, and it's very expensive. These shells are not cheap. Finally have a line on him. Come on, stay, stay, stay. No, no, don't move. Phew. That was actual cover we could go through. Feathering a shot here. Don't have one. I'm gonna have to move up if we want to put in a shell. But if you look at the map, there's actually an IS-6 and a T-32 already coming around. Panther 2 finished off the Indian Panzer. So we're already down 3 tanks, but so is the enemy team. But they're all light tanks. We just lost the top tier. Yeah. This is not looking good. So, waiting for that Panther 2 to show up again. What do you guys think about the Panther 2? I've played it. It was my first tier 8 actually, and I sold it because I hated that thing. It was terrible. Now, this was before a lot of the changes to the game, so I have no idea if this thing is even remotely the same as what I played back then. I'm talking about like 2-3 years ago. Long ass time ago. And the thing just sucked. You hardly saw any of them around. You still hardly see any of them around because they're just not very good. I mean, the Panther 1 would be a good tier 7. Excuse me, good tier 6, not a tier 7. He's actually still downhill from us. We're gonna have to do something about this flank, because this flank is getting murdered. Well, they already lost a Borsig down there. Okay. Come on. Nice side shot. No, we can't see him yet. Come on. We need to move up first. Come on. Move up. Move up. You know you want to move in. There you go. Put a nice side shot into him. Gotta be careful here. There is artillery. Come on. Go for that tracking shot. Very nice. Sadly, didn't seem to track him. And judging by that rate of fire, he is not using the final gun on this thing yet. This is the B-type barrel. Going for that hatch shot. On the middle of its frontal plate, there's a hatch. It's a good penetrating spot if you want to shoot him. Oh, we take a shot, put one into the KV-4. I personally prefer the 105mm gun over the B-type barrel here. B-type barrel has, I think, got better DPM, but oh, and we bounced a shot. We duped him. Should have aimed a little bit lower. Aimed a little bit too high on that one. Actually went into his gun. There we go. Finish him off. This thing, it does offer more flexibility. Like, you do have the chance to put in those shells a lot faster. But the 105mm is a good scare to the crap out of him, damaging shot, and a pretty much whatever you shoot at guaranteed to pen gun. This gun has 230-ish penetration, 226 off the top of my head, where the top gun, or the 105, which I call a top gun on this thing, has 263, I do believe. I think it was recently slightly nerfed a couple of points of penetration, but in the 260 range. So 260 versus 230, it's 30 more penetration. It's more damage per shot, but your reload is quite a bit slower. But I just like to have those big hits and then just sit back, reload, and once in a while just peek and put in those gigantic hits, because yeah, it really eats up their HP. T49 trying to kill the STA2 here. Doing a pretty good job. Yep, managed to finish him off. Can we finish him off? Oh, unlucky. First shot goes into his tracks. 300. Like right here. Let's just pause it for a second. With the amount of health that he had remaining, the 105mm gun would have finished him off in one shell. But because we're using this one, we're actually going to have to put in two and actually take a shot from him. Which still, you know, is doable, but we could have avoided being shot there, is what I'm saying. So, both guns are situational. It's, on the other hand, also very nice to have that rate of fire, and that can save you as well. So, yeah, there's something to be said for both guns, and some people just prefer this gun. I don't know if he's still... this was a while ago, like I said, this was 9.3, so a couple of months back. Might have just been still grinding this thing out, for all I know. But some people actually do keep the... I'm trying to remember what kind of caliber this thing is. I was just going to say it in millimeters. I think it's a 20-pounder. I do believe so. Some people just prefer this gun. I personally don't, but that's me. So, what do we have left? We have an Object 704, ugh, a Waffenträger, ugh, and artillery. Not really the tanks you want to see. Like if that object hits us, we are gone. That thing is a health risk. Like that thing is seriously bad for your health. Actually the same with the Waffenträger. That thing will hurt as well. So we're just being careful here. Oh, object spotted. Put a shot in. Oh, and the wreck takes a shot. Fantastic for us. Type 59 actually managed to get across, but there is artillery, and we are reversing up a slope. Now, with a bit of luck, the artillery is behind them there, and if that is the case, then we are currently in the RD shadow. I have seen no splashes, so it is very likely the artillery is behind them. That might have just saved us. If he was down where he was before, yeah, I see Waffenträger trying to get us. T20 prototype putting a shell into his face. Time to finish him off. And again, if we had the 105, that would have been a killing shot. We were very close, and you know, if we had a high roll there, that should have and could have been. Oh wow, the object moved. Holy crap. Well played on the object there. Don't quite have a line on him. Well, time to flank him. These people keep him busy over there. That would be fantastic. Then we can flank around and hopefully kill him. T20 prototype can't pen him yet. Frontally, that thing is a beep. Just drag him, yeah. That's a good thing. If we can drag him, we can go around. Looking around for the artillery. Don't think Madman here has 6th sense. Oh, there's the artillery. Nope, he doesn't have 6th sense. Well, we need to finish off the RD, but we need to finish off his dude. Oh! Ow! 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 Put a shell into him. Come on. Now, another thing about a bigger gun is that you also do more module damage per shot, so you get better chances at tracking people. Oh, this is tense. The RD could splash down on our face at any moment. Because you know the RD is pre-aimed at our face right now. Really? He goes invisible? That just sucks. Oh, respawn him. Sadly, we don't have artillery. That would have been a great help here. Not sure why the Type 59 decided to come around. I guess we can box him in from 3 sides, but I'm scared for that artillery. He's looking at T28 prototype. Come on. This is tense. Somebody needs to move and do something. Nope, he's gonna move up. Put a shot to his track. Don't take it off again. We've put so many shells into his track. How has he not been tracked yet? Oh, people putting in shells. Come on, T20 prototype. Come on. Put a shell into his face. What are you waiting for? Depression? There we go. Good shot into him. Put another one in. Time to go in. Just fired. Go off to this side. Good choice there. And we finish him off. Can we avoid the artillery? Yes, we can. Only barely. There's a top gun on the line here. If we can kill the artillery. I'm pretty sure we're going to need 2 shells to finish him off. I went right through the cap circle. He knows where you are then. You can't be in the same spot still. You would not be that stupid, right? Right? T20 prototype is saying get your top gun, which is nice. If he was up here, we should have spotted him by now. Oh no, he is up here. Come on, back up a little bit. Go for a tracking shot. Good, got him tracked. Is he still turning? Come on, come on, come on, come on! He almost shot us. Whew! Let's take a look at the stats. So, hopefully that was a little bit more, well, exciting, I guess. A little bit more thrilling, more action. The Tog is just a solid game. I mean, took out 4 people on his own, surrounded. Took out 2 heavies on his own. And this game was more of a comparison between this gun and the other gun that I'm using. And I just want to let you guys know, like, what the difference is and how it actually plays out. But the thing also is that with a faster firing gun, I got a Master Badge First Class and Top Gun, obviously. With a faster firing gun, you also have more, well played to the Type 59 there. You also have more chances to put shots into people, so more chances to track somebody, and more, chances for critical module damage, or chance for fire, or ammo rack, or so it's always a trade-off between the two. That I prefer the 105 doesn't mean that you should. I just think the more oomph and the more penetration is very valuable. And I love penetration. It's just fantastic to go into a tier 10 game with a tier 9 and go like, huh, I can pen most things frontally still. I don't care. So, fire 28, hit 22, penned 18, 3.2k damage done. Very nice. We took 5 hits to the face, 4 of them penetrated, 1 did not. 390 damage, blocked by armor. That must have been a, an IS shot, IS-6. Damage spotted, AIM-6. We would have lost a little bit of money. This thing is not cheap to run, this tank. It really isn't. And those 105 shells on the funnel gun are very expensive indeed. This one is a little bit cheaper, but we did fire 28 and only, but still, only hit 18. So that means we had 10 shells that didn't give us any credits. So that's why we would have made a little bit of a loss there. But with the premium account, walked away with a small profit and a grand total of 1,671 experience. So well played, and thank you both for submitting them. Whew. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, probably subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.